Hey folks, welcome. Here we discuss real stories by real people. Today we have the story of a man who finds out his girlfriend cheated on him with her colleague on a business trip. Let's see how it goes. Story 1. Here's the thing. We're of different countries, met while she was here on Erasmus, fell in love and kept the relationship going even after she left for her country, and we were separated for months at a time. During these 5 years, but always being together for the whole summers, either in her country or mine, going to weddings, funeral, hanging out with each other's families, etc. Always monogamous, always in love and planning the future and talking about our marriage, kids, the whole works. So, a few months ago, she made the decision to come to my country, live, work, and learn my language so we could finally get the future going. She got a job. We got to see a lot more of each other, going so far as to spend weeks together every other week. And on the reg, seeing each other at least 4 times a month when before we would be months apart. My parents love her. My mom is always commenting on her sweetness. She does amazingly by me, and that I should really not hurt her because she's sensitive. Okay, this establishes her as far as I'm concerned, different from other girls. So, 3 days ago, she told me she cheated me over 1 month ago, while on a job trip. She told me it happened like so. The trip was to unite groups from different branches of the organization. So they had a lot of forest walks over 4 days, and on the last one, they had a party where they drank, and she said she was going to pee and the only place were in the rooms. So she went, and the guy in her group said he was also going. She told she understood it as peeing. Now, this is the funny part. After peeing, he didn't leave, but lay on her bed. And so they ended up talking and kissing for a while, after which she says he took her clothes off, they had sex, and he left. Next day, she took her flight, and I picked her up at the airport. 2 days ago, I sent her mother a text basically saying, "You know I love your daughter and was going to marry her, but you remember that trip? She cheated on me. Thank you for everything." Her mom didn't reply. OP, I'm sorry this happened to you. I don't understand why your girlfriend threw away a 5-year relationship for a random sexual thrill, but maybe she understands. You did the right thing by putting an end to it. If she could have sex without someone so random, who knows who else she can cheat on you with. It's better for you to find out about this before marrying her because after marriage, it would have been much harder to just leave. It'll definitely hurt for a while, but just know that with time, it'll get better. Go to the gym and surround yourself with your friends and family. Take care, OP. Now for some comments. Walk away and feel proud. You didn't cheat on her. You, in the end, choose you. There are better women out there. Who cares why she did what she did? In the end, she's the only person that will ever figure that out, and years of trying to trust her again won't be worth it. I'm sorry that happened to you. From her side, that's a very stressful situation to be in. 1, seeing you more often when you two had been a distance apart for so long. 2, learning a new language, a new job, a new country. This doesn't sound like something she did because of an attraction to this guy, but to get out of the relationship with you. To be honest, I would question how faithful she was to you over the time when you weren't living in the same country. You know the saying, if it ain't in the same area code, it doesn't count as cheating. Well, a lot of people actually believe that to be the truth. Just cut her out of your life and move on with yours. You have one life to live, and life is short. Don't waste it thinking about someone that had such little respect for you. Story 2. Sad to meet you here. Would have loved to meet you somewhere else, but at least we can help each other now. I've been cheated on for the 2nd time in my life. Found out recently that my girlfriend of 2 years was having a romantic long-distance affair with a guy she met visiting her family in the country she's from. She claims she did not cheat physically, but she did emotionally. We were in a perfect relationship, at least to me it was. I found out later she was in doubt about a future with me for various reasons, but repressed those feelings. The guy she met made those feelings come back. because he represented her home and culture, vastly different from mine, and she claimed it wasn't the guy but what he represented. During the weeks after her coming back, there were a lot of red flags for me that I remember from the first time being cheated on. She was colder, more distant, no more sex or intimacy, spending time with everyone but me, changed phone password. I decided to trust my gut feeling and confront her, which turned out to be right, sadly. I left, talked about it a lot with my friends, came back after some days, and we talked it out and decided to try again. 2 days later, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was still in contact. Logged into her Facebook, not ashamed about that, well, maybe a little, and saw that she had been texting with him that day. The little trust I had left in her is now gone as well. When I saw it for real the first time, my heart started racing. I exploded, screamed, cried, the whole package. I had not done that before. It looked like that moment was the first moment that reality actually struck her. Now I feel distant from her, don't feel a need to touch her or be around her. I feel a need to separate my stuff from hers, like an escape plan. I want to be away from her for a while, but then again, I don't trust her being alone now. I wanted to share my situation. Maybe it'll help someone or someone can help me. Telling me how you felt in a similar situation or just some kind words to make me feel better. Also, please be honest. I can take it. Thanks, and to all of you in the same situation, at least you're not alone. Update. Just wanted to write what has happened since my last post. Long story. Helps just to write this down. D-Day 1. Logged into her Facebook, saw she was calling and texting the guy. Didn't confront her, but used some FBI-like tactics to get her to confess. I left, came back a few days later, talked it out, and tried to move on. D-Day 2. A few days later, I logged into her FB again, and saw she was still texting the guy, calling him babe and good night and stuff like that. I confronted her, she saw me at my lowest, a broken man. She promised to break off, texted him. I saw that she was staying with her boyfriend, me. The following days and weeks, we were distant, no intimacy. D-Day 3. A few weeks later, I was actually thinking things were changing. We were talking, not anything deep however, becoming closer, touching and kissing. Trying to spend time together. Then, one night, she came back from a party she went to with some friends. I got the chance to look into her phone again, and I did. Saw she saved his number using a friend's name. Conversation started a few hours ago, guessing she deleted the rest of the conversation. During the party, she had sent him a message that she wanted him so bad. Moments later, I picked her up at that party and a few of her drunk friends. I was hurt beyond anything I had felt before. I left and moved out the next day. I left her sobbing on the floor, screaming why she had done this. The only explanation she would give me was that this guy was living far away and it didn't have a chance anyway. She thought of it as some kind of game, using it to escape from our relationship. She thought we had rushed into living together, she didn't feel butterflies anymore, was in a confusing phase of her life, a few months away from her diploma, working, questioning her future. She didn't talk to me about any of that. She wanted to fix it herself. I went through a similar phase in life, had a couple of longer relationships. Know all about the "where are the butterflies" SOS phase. Could have told her relationships aren't just good times and rainbows and butterflies. Could have helped her, but she didn't talk to me. She says she blames herself for lying to me, not realizing this could be the consequences, me moving out, ending it. Not talking to me about any of her feelings. So now I'm in a constant debate with myself. It goes something like this. You did the right thing. She lied, you gave her another chance. She lied again. You took your stuff and left. You taught her a life lesson. But she's so convincing now, saying all the right things. It really looks like my leaving her opened her eyes. What if she meets the next guy and you taught her this lesson for this benefit? She was convincing the first 2 times. You believed her. You should move on. The next one could cheat too. It has happened to me before. I was in a perfect relationship before this happened. She was my dream girl. I wanted her to be the mother of my children. We had great times together. We seemed to fit perfectly. What if I throw this away too quickly? What if the next girl isn't as great as she was? What if she really thought of this as something relatively innocent since she didn't meet up with the guy, didn't sleep with him? She keeps telling me she didn't, desperately screaming she didn't, lying on the floor, admitting she knows her words are worth nothing anymore. You have no evidence. She was staying with her parents, meeting him only a few days before she left. But if she wanted to, she could have found a way. This inner debate boils down to this question. 1. Is she a girl that got herself into a situation meeting an old friend she once had feelings for? Made the mistake of not talking to me about her feelings and using him as an escape? Knowing nothing could ever really happen? Did she make a horrible mistake? 2. Or is she a girl that lies and cheats? Capable of having an actual hypothetical relationship behind my back, sleeping with another guy or multiple guys, letting him touch her and letting me touch her after? Is she capable of this? If she wasn't this perfect girl I once knew, if I wouldn't love her this much, if I wasn't planning on marrying her, I would have walked away already. But now I can't help asking myself these questions, and it kills me. Thanks for reading. Thanks for being honest. Your hesitation to break things off with her is understandable, OP. After all, you do love her, and once you thought she genuinely loved you. I'm sorry this happened to you, OP. I'm also sorry your girlfriend indulged in her selfish desires without thinking of how hurt you'll be once you find out. Even after still trying to work things out, she still won't stop cheating. She knows she's cheating, and now she knows you know she's cheating, and that her relationship with you is on the line. But that still isn't stopping her from texting him, not even for a little while. She doesn't value the relationship anymore. You shouldn't too. Don't regret your leaving. You finally had the guts to leave. Don't regret it. You did yourself a huge favor. She wasn't going to change. She'll continue searching for that outside thrill, and unfortunately, you'll continue to be heartbroken because of it. So don't be someone's second option. You deserve way better. Now for some comments. She had never confessed. Every time you caught her, that's it. She is sorry she didn't cover her tracks better. She is an S-slang. And if you give her another chance, you deserve whatever she gives you. Dump this disloyal hoe. Every time she cheats and you forgive her, she learns it's easier to cheat next time. Imagine your exact same plight 20 years and 3 kids into a marriage. Discovery after discovery. Many incarnations of, this is it, I've really changed. Until you're just a shell of a person that has no idea what's real and what's not. So you just try to feel nothing because it's the safest option. Does that sound good to you? If not, then please, please leave. She is not the type to trust your heart to, and certainly not the type you will want as the mother of your children. You have no tangible ties. I know it's a horrible option, but run. Common factor is you here. What were these women offering you while overlooking possible red flags? You talk about perfect relationships. Those don't exist. If you don't see conflict and its resolution as critical to the connections within a relationship, spend some time working through that before dating again. This one, she wasn't emotionally mature enough to be in a committed relationship. And her attitude post-discovery shows the same selfishness and lack of respect. You need to break up and let her learn her way, because she's not going to respect you.